Thank you for coming to Leaders Like Us. I'm Lindsay Juergens, and today I have Sandra Barrera Fuentes with me with UNL Extension. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Pinnacle Bank for allowing us to continue to film downtown in their beautiful new bank. I also, at this time, would like to thank Leadership Tomorrow, specifically Jessica Hendricks, for her support in getting Leaders Like Us off the ground, and Angelica Morrow for all of her videography and editing. Her wisdom is the reason we are here. So thank you so much for joining me, Sandra.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes, I was excited to ask you to sit down with me today because, you know, every time I'm talking to people about Grand Island, your name keeps coming up.
Wow.
And I think that that's such a compliment to you because you're an exciting figure, I think, in our community right now, and you're helping people be inspired and helping promote new ideas, new businesses, and that's really fun and so important. So I appreciate what you're doing for us right now.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are the extension educator, specifically working with Latino small business programs, correct?
Yeah, correct.
At UNL Extension.
Right.
So can you just talk to me a little bit first about your background and how this came to be? Like why are you here and what's going on and like what's your background?
Okay, I am a Colombian lady from the land with Shakira and coffee, the best coffee in Colombia.
Yeah.
I came here 20 years ago and we just landed in Grand Island. And we stay here and families here and we love Grand Island and we love Nebraska. So I have a bachelor degree from Colombia on business administration with minor in accounting, and I started working with UNL Extension 16 years ago, and I have my master's degree from UNL financial planning, and part of my job is help Latin entrepreneurs and support them in their own language and free. So it's connected with my passion. And I love to help the Latin entrepreneurs and business owners and see how they be independent and financially independent and support their families.
Yeah. So do you specifically, I ask because, when I think about when you're saying you're helping, you obviously have a background in finance and business administration. So does someone come to you with an initial idea and say, I think I want to start a business, or do you jump in after the business has been started to assist? What does that look like?
It was initiative from UNL, from the extension. After, we do everything, our job based on research. So we see the need on helping Latin entrepreneurs. So they create a program and we jump in to work with and support. The plan is any kind of support. We have to see what they need, and according with the needs, we have to create. We are based in 3 areas, so we have to create programs according with the area. So we do the education. So any needs or any, we have to see what kind of skills we have to develop on entrepreneurs. So we create a program based on education, and we had. Support them to technical assistant one by one. So we help them since they start, since they're thinking about the name until they open and after. So before and after. So we have to support them in all the whole license, the whole process with contractors, city hall, health departments, inspectors, fire marshal. So we had to help with the whole process to help them to open. We work in collaboration with other agencies because it's only me. So we have to look for agencies to support me and work together. So we have agencies helping me with business plans, with lenders. We connect people with lenders, banks, and their area is about projects to help them to create an ecosystem to be, and have a very nice environment for entrepreneurs. So we have connections and resources, and we have networking, coffee tables, business tours. We're working on projects for forestry project, and it's everything connected and helping them in any way that we can do.
That's really exciting. And how many businesses would you say you're working with at any given time on average?
You know, when we started 6 years ago with the program, the idea was that my cover area, suppose is going to be to Grand Island to the west. But we started receiving calls from Omaha, Lincoln,
Oh,
people
wow.
from California, Florida, New York, that they want to move to Nebraska.
Oh,
so now
wow. That's so cool.
I start serving people around the state. So now my program is on the statewide.
I did
So-
not know that.
Yeah, and now with the virus, with the Zoom connections, we have participants from another states too, and people from Canada came to the meetings, and I don't know how big is the need, but it's a huge need information. The people want to start business. The people want to be independent. The people thinking
Yeah.
about how grow in this country, how different of their jobs, the normal jobs that they have. So I think so they're looking for information, and we have in Spanish this opportunity, and it's free. And I think so the relationship that we create with them is helping too. We try to make easy the connection with us. So we have Facebook, we use WhatsApp, Messenger, FaceTime. Any way that they come to us and connect with us, we use the tools.
That's so cool. So you really modify to their preference in communication.
Yeah.
So it just makes you so accessible, which is fantastic.
Anyway, yeah.
So the 4th Street Project.
Okay.
I want to hear a little bit about that because you and I are friends on Facebook and I see all that you share, and honestly, sometimes it decides my dinner plans for that night. I'll be like, oh, we're going there. So my husband and I are always interested in trying new places, and you know, I see what you share on Facebook about what you're promoting on 4th Street, but that's just the food side of things. That's just a small piece of it, and I know that. But can you talk to me about the 4th Street Project specifically and kind of how that got started?
Yeah. So after we're talking about education, technical support, and they're working, and this is our help to the entrepreneurs. We see that we see businesses on 4th Street. And we see they need increased sales. They are there,
Yeah.
and I want to see people in the 4th Street. So the question was, why we don't have enough people walking around in 4th Street? I saw everybody on the other side, and to the west, to the Grand Island.
Sure.
So another thing, we had 300,000 visitors when we had the state fair.
200,000.
Yeah, and then is that we had to support entrepreneurs. They survive, they increase sales if they sell. So I said, how we bring these people, how we bring visitors to my street, to the 4th Street,
Right.
to the Latinos. So thing is that we want to see visitors, but we have to improve how we see the 4th Street. So it's a huge project, maybe it's 5 years, I hope that, but we have to work with community members, with the business on the 4th Street,
Right.
agencies and government people in the city, so to improve the 4th Street. You know, we want to have
Right.
visitors, so we want to see flowers, trees, and nice sidewalks.
Sure. Make
light,
it more curb appeal.
more commercial, more better environment. We want to change the idea. The 4th Street is safe. Where we have
sure.
people working. We have women working 4th Street,
Yeah.
and nobody knows and nobody has any information about 4th Street. So, the first thing that we had to do was create a map. To a little census, so we need to know, how many businesses we have in 4th Street, what type of businesses we have, what kind of services, schedules, events that we have. So we have a collaboration for UNK students, and they came. We had 6 students in this spring, and they came and we did the census. And the funny thing is that nobody knows how many businesses we have in 4th Street. So we just counted. We had. Before what I thought was 100, an average, because I counted, by door, and then one, easy.
Yeah.
But we had 220 businesses.
220.
Business.
Really?
And funny thing, we
Wow.
had 4th Street, a Latino business,
Yeah.
and the funny thing is it's only 50% Latino, and
Is
the
it?
50% is Anglo. So I said,
Wow.
wow, so no, it's only
Yeah.
Latino, so it's a community, the 4th Street is diverse
Yeah.
on race and services and cultures,
Gender and- yeah.
everything. So I said, wow, so it's people, they working hard,
Sure.
and they support local economy. And we start counting how many jobs they generate, and you're going to get surprised. One small business, they can have 12 people.
Yeah.
And we have the factory, tortilleria, they have 40 people, employees. So if we count one by one, we generate jobs. So,
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
So the best way to support them is promote the forestry.
Yep.
I'm working on that. So we start having a conversations with businesses, with agencies, and see how we improve forestry, and has to be part of the city. And
Yeah.
and another thing, and as Nebraska Extension, we want to be the bridge between communities. So we create the business tour. So we want to see how we bring people from other cultures to forestry. How the people don't afraid, be scary to come and forestry
Right.
and open the door. So we start 4 years ago the business tour. So we walking through the business, 10 businesses each time that we had the tour.
Okay.
It's walking, fun, and we prepare the business owners to have signs in English and Spanish, bilingual.
Yeah.
We prepare a little bit about customer service. We listen, hear about the comments or suggestions that when we had the tours, we improved that. People asking for, they want, comments like, I want to see the prices on the products that they have,
Oh,
on
sure.
the services. So I say, okay, we do that. I want to see people receive debit cards and the credit cards. I say, okay. So things like that. I don't, because sometimes the language is a barrier for the customer, for the owner,
Sure.
entrepreneurs. So we have to design signs to people. It's easy to read and avoid a little bit the communication. So you don't need to talk. You can go and
Yeah.
shopping and
Right.
and have fun. So we're working on that. We promote that,
Yeah.
and in Facebook we have a page on
Yeah.
Forest. So we're going to announce events. The idea is that we want to have 4 events in Forest Street. Last May we had the Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was huge, and the thanks to the Tacos Los Hermanos, they start with the leadership of that, and they start maybe 1 year or 2 years ago, and they're growing. And the idea is that we want to see the Cinco de Mayo on the Forest Street, so everybody is
Yeah.
business, and we want to see community in the event. So this help for increased sales, and they can survive. And
That's
we're
awesome.
going to have a festival, a spring festival, fall festival, and Christmas light. This is the general one for events that we want to have
Okay.
for the street. So
That's
we're working on
exciting.
that.
So what's the next one? What would that be for the next big
And
event?
October for fall truck and trick in October 31st. Is going to
Okay.
be. Yeah.
So on
Halloween, yeah.
Sure.
But we call fall festival.
Fall festival. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to see kids and have fun
Yeah.
for the street.
That is, I mean, I love the idea. So I've thought about that before, with what you're doing. I mean, it's just so smart and so necessary. I didn't know there were 220 businesses on 4th Street. I just wouldn't have known that number. I would have thought it was quite a bit fewer, honestly. But how can we build bridges in the community from, say, 3rd Street to 4th Street? They are right next to each other, and yet sometimes they do seem like they're worlds apart. And I think so much of it sometimes is what you were talking about, with is just like the image of it. Sometimes people have been told, well, it's more dangerous or whatever that may be. And I would argue that that's a pretty expired idea. But what can the folks who normally travel 3rd Street do short of just saying, well, just go to 4th Street? What can people do to kind of just take those initial steps? I'm going to try maybe this restaurant or whatever. What would you recommend?
For the community, I think, right now, I'm going to make a comment before. Right now, you mentioned the 3rd Street. I don't want to mention that because it's not competition. But
No.
right now, the investments and the focus are in the 3rd Street. And it's beautiful. So I want to see the same development in the 4th Street.
Okay.
So how we level this?
Yeah.
How we could do that? Right now it's growing, the 3rd Street is growing, and the 4th Street getting worse. So it's not fair. We have 200 businesses over there that they need to be in the same level.
Yeah.
They are the same. And anyway, we have in the 3rd Street we have Latinos too. We have
Sure.
minorities over there. So that's why we started the meetings talking about that, talking and promoting 4th Street. So when I make the tours, I try to involve both streets, and
That's
they
so
can
smart.
see both because there's a competition. They working hard too.
Yeah.
So for my community is don't be scared. Try follow us on Facebook. Try to see what is nice. You know, Grand Island is so we have diverse
Yeah.
products businesses to enjoy. So we don't have to go to China to try to Chinese products we have here.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to Colombia or to Cuba. We had a Cuban restaurant.
Yeah.
So we have to enjoy the things that we have in the city. So don't be scared. Try to learn about what kind of countries we have, what kind of businesses we have for the street. Promote the Forest Street. You know, when you buy something on Forest Street, make a comment on Facebook. Say thank you. Mention the business. Encourage people to go. Take a picture if you were
Right.
there. So
Right.
people is going to be follow you and don't want to be scared, and we start enjoy the Forest
Right.
Street.
So kind of break down the image that it's so different because
Yeah.
it's not, and it's also important. And like you said, I just love what you said. It's not a competition.
Yeah, and you know, and the life of, and the life of the city, the local communities are businesses. You know, if you don't have businesses, we don't move economy, and the little towns start dying. So
Yeah.
we need to support local businesses.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and most of them are women. So we need support. We have families. We have with you. Thanks to the people visit small businesses, they have the opportunity to pay taxes, they pay the rent, they pay classes for kids, and they survive as a family. So,
Yeah.
so
So what's next on your agenda? What's next on your agenda for Grand Island?
for Grand Island, part of my forestry, you know, my focus is forestry, but right now we talk about farmers market on Forest Street.
Oh my
So-
goodness, that would go over very well with me. Yes.
Yeah, it's a job. We have to look a place where we can locate the farmers market, but we want to see the Latinos in farmers market.
Yeah.
We have it in our countries, what we don't have here. So I said, we're scared to go to the regulars that we have, so maybe we put one and set one in the Forest Street. We can they maybe start coming. So we have to have that in summer, maybe on Saturdays. There is a day for everybody, and get the opportunity to another businesses that they are in the street, in the Forest Street, like people that selling salsas or
Sure.
construction people or pamper chef, this kind of stuff. That
Right.
small women working, you know, small
Yeah.
businesses and working, and they can go on and sell their stuff over there.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah. So this is the project. We
Yeah.
start the conversation last week. So.
Oh, this is a really new
so maybe
conversation.
this year no, but maybe this year because at least it's small, but we
Yeah.
want to promote that.
That's an exciting idea, though.
Yeah.
Just the idea of just purely the idea of getting people together, small business owners, women running their businesses, maybe making you know, I really enjoy when I go to the farmers market in Lincoln.
That huge.
It's huge and it's so much fun
Nice
and it's
fun.
just a really nice way to spend a
Things to
Saturday
do.
morning.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I've thought that so many times. Why can't we have that here? We've got so many people here. Why isn't that happening?
Yeah.
Like the big one. I know we've got a couple of small things that run and selling vegetables, and that's great. And baked goods. There's no doubt that that's cool. Like over at Ace Hardware, but still, like I'm talking about a substantial
And big,
farmers
or
market.
maybe it could be over there, but big with and the whole community participation.
Yes.
It has to be big one.
Yeah.
And fun.
And you can have music there. You know, it can be a
Events,
fun thing.
Yeah. You know, we're working to promote, and beside, you know, business, we have arts people in arts.
Yeah.
So we have painting, we have writers, we have comedians, we have music.
Oh,
so maybe
definitely.
we can invite them to be in the farmers market, you know,
That would be a blast.
to you know, attract more people to that.
Yes.
I'm working on that. We're just talking about that.
Yeah.
It's part of the Forest Street project too.
That's
so we
exciting,
can see
though.
people. So we bring people, yeah. And we'll
Yeah.
see how we were in the other side. The
Yeah.
real side or the other side.
Yep. I love it. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
So it's ideas for people to know. It's asking what do you want to see here. And
I love that you. What did you call it? The business tour. What did you call it?
business tour, the diversity business tour.
Diversity business
Business
tour.
tour, yeah.
So how does one jump in on that? Because and I'm saying one, how does this lady jump in on that? Because I would love to walk around and be introduced to, but I'm not a business owner. Is it purely for business owners that are invited to walk around with you, or?
No, I invite people to go to visit the business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it's public. It's open to the public. It's free. It's
Oh,
fun.
that's so
and
fun.
and we do. There was tons for the COVID. We didn't have anyone
Yeah.
last year. And the spring, we're going to start in October.
you're gonna start in October.
So we have one in the spring, one in October, and some private groups like
Okay.
CCC people, staff, students, they come.
Sure.
Maybe people from
Well-
leadership, they can come.
Yeah, well, I'm curious because how would someone reach out to you? Like anyone who's watching this, if they say, "Well, I would like to go on that tour," what could they do to get in contact with you and ask?
Okay, first follow me and follow the Latinos Small Business Program, my Facebook page, and we have a page for there's a business tour, business diversity business tour,
Diversity
and
Business
on Facebook.
Okay.
Let me check. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how is their name. But follow me. I start announcing we're going to have a tour. We need a registration. At least 20 people are welcome.
That's awesome.
If we have more people, we can have another one, a second round. But I enjoy. I am so happy to share what we have in the businesses and see how the people enjoy when they come.
Absolutely.
Business Diversity Walking Tour.
Business Diversity Walking Tour.
Grand Island. Yeah.
Okay.
So
It is called the Business Diversity Walking Tour
Yeah.
Grand Island.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in going on the tour, follow
follow
you on
this page.
Facebook on that page.
Yeah.
That's great to know. I would love to to do that.
Yeah.
Just to have a hostess say, this is this place, try this thing, let's walk around,
we
have
have
these
the round, have
conversations.
the places that we go.
Yeah.
It's people, it's business prepared to. We have we have 10 businesses, so we stop, and each stop we have raffles, coupons. We
that's
have
fun.
something, a gift. Everybody has to have a gift when they.
Everybody has to have
Yeah.
a gift. Does it cost money to go on
No,
this
it's
tour?
free.
This is
Yeah.
crazy.
This is-
Why aren't we all doing this?
Yeah, and
We all need to do
and
this.
the end, always the last one has to be a restaurant. So
yeah.
this is the thing that you're welcome to stay and support the last one that we have.
I love that idea.
Pay on your food. But we have water, we have baskets, anything that they want to give to the business,
That is
give
so
to
fun.
the people, to the participants. So on the Facebook, you follow me, and if you want to contact me, Messenger is the easy one. So send a message. So
I love it.
or call to the extension.
Or call the
yeah,
extension.
Yeah.
So you were telling me that you want to make a point to say it is not just the Latinos that you assist, you also help Anglos. Can you just talk a little bit about that and fill in our viewers?
Yeah, the extension is open to any entrepreneur in any language, so you are welcome to contact the extension office. We serve you in your language. It could be English, Spanish, Somalian, any other, and it's free. So you are welcome to contact extension at any time.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, I just want to thank Sandra. I say Sandra, and it is my
Okay.
fault. Your name is Sandra.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sandra Barrera Fuentes, so much for joining me today. You are a wealth of knowledge, and I really appreciate your time. Again, we want to thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Yeah.